Hey everybody, welcome back to our second episode of Her Story. We're getting deeper into this mystery, this murder mystery slash personality thing slash secret encoding messages and stuff. What are we gonna find? I don't know. I actually spent some time prior to starting the second episode, like reading up on Morse code and stuff. I actually there was an awesome 15-minute video by Nelson Dulles just called Learn Morse Code, and it's really good, really helpful in like being able to learn it just by hearing it, and also like seeing what you can do with like mnemonics and memorizing certain like sounds. But apart from that, I replayed a couple of her like taps and stuff. I didn't get anything from it. They were like really fast, so I'm not sure yet. It might not be Morse code, it might be something else, but until we figure out what that is, we're gonna keep going down the rabbit holes, like all the stuff that I've written down in my notepad, which is a lot, by the way. So let's begin with that, and then we'll start looking at the whole like tap slash more slash whatever encoded message it is that she's giving us. They're definitely encoded messages, which is why I'm keeping them in my like quote unquote saved entries, because that's something that we need to decipher, and that's something that I'm going to decipher whether it's in the video or not. I will not be able to sleep without being able to like figure that out. That's just like how I am, I guess. But let's remove you. Can we remove you from our session? No? Okay, good talk. If we hit add, no, it doesn't remove. Cool. So where did we leave off? We left off with Danach code, secrets, and stuff like that. I don't know if we looked up Danach code, because I don't actually replay my previous episodes in order to remember what I did. So let's just look up Danach code and see if that gives us something. Just that one thing. Let's look at it again just to see what that is.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code.
Tapping out a code.
The Danach code.
The Danach code.
Something prisoners of war would use.
Okay.
We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor. But they couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
Okay, that gave us a lot more than I initially thought. The Danach code is something that prisoners of war would use. So the Danach code could be the name of the cipher, or whatever encryption scheme that she's using, or whatever it is that she's using to obfuscate whatever's going on. So the Danach code is something that I'm going to look up on my own outside of the game, see if I can learn what that scheme is. But it has to do something with like how prisoners communicate with each other, which I guess would make sense, right? Like if you have two inmates in separate cells and they want to say, hey, you're going to shank X, Y, and Z at this time of day. I know it's super dark, but whatever. You tap on the pipe a certain amount of time, and then that gives the code to the other person to say, yeah, okay, we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna look that up. All right, so research for myself is the Danach code, so I'm gonna star it on my notepad but cross it so we don't have to look for it in the game. So let's see if anything else comes up with prisoner. No, just that one thing. So prisoner gets crossed out. Other things of note, I think I mentioned Simon before. Simon was mentioned a lot, but we've watched all of these, so that's done. Simon Smith, just that one. Okay, so that gets crossed out. Other things, well, I mean, let's just run down my first page. Let's see what Cruz. if I can type Cruise. Just that one. Tom Cruise gets to go away. What about a kiss? Oh, we get 3 new videos about a kiss. Cool. So let's cross out kiss real quick, and then let's see what else we get here. It's after our first instance of that kiss between, I think, Hannah and whoever this person is.
Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing in the bar again, and there he was. And again the next week, he offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten, and so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead.
I would love some chips.
When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic.
I just got an achievement that says romantic. So that has to be important. It was an achievement for goodness sake. So from there I got bar, beach, and romantic. We'll deal with romantic later. Let's see what else we get from kiss.
Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss. But then it began to feel like this was the way it should be. Sharing, like we had before. He never mentioned her to me. There was the Simon with me and the Simon with her. It was almost like it was a different Simon. But
I heard someone laughing in the background, so from there I got sharing, obviously, maybe guilty, and also different. I think different would be a good keyword to search for. Should be saving these.
The next time, he took me back to the house,
Our
parents' house, to their house. So it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
Alright, so Simon was married. That immediately makes me want to look at marriage or married. Wow, okay, we got a lot for married. 12 entries. I wrote down marriage, but I wanted to type married just to see if I got anything from that. So let's write that down and say that we got 5 entries from that. Alright, let's start listening to these. This is so interesting.
His married couple stuff.
She has a ring.
Nothing specific.
I just noticed her
No
ring.
one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
I just noticed that she had a ring. Does she have a ring on any of the others? Hold on. Is she covering her? I need to see. I need to know. So she has a ring there. She has a ring on the ones where she's wearing blue. Does she have a ring in this one? I just need to know. That's all she does. Okay. That's all I'm checking for. Just to see if she has a ring. Because I just noticed that. But this is when I'm assuming she was convicted, so she's not allowed to have jewelry. Yeah, she doesn't have. She doesn't have a ring there. Good to know. So there. Okay. We're following this timeline. 7 seconds.
A long time. We got married when I was 17.
Huh. Okay. I will look 17 up later, but okay. Underage would be something else that I should look up.
Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
curious to learn who's interviewing her too, so I would look for detective, but that's not important right now. From there, what I got was underage and childhood. Or sweethearts too, but I didn't write that down.
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. We could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive-aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything.
Yes, passive-aggressive. Passive-aggressive people are the worst. Here comes another page. I'm gonna just write down passive-aggressive. Aggressive. Alright, next video. No. I didn't want to add it to the session.
I got pregnant.
Alright. Second time we hear that.
Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Yep. Pregnancy's a big one. Alright. See what we get from pregnancy. Nothing. Pull. If I spell it correctly, that'd be great. There we go. We get a new one from pregnancy.
Hannah had a miscarriage.
Oh.
This was late in the pregnancy.
Hey.
It left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then...
We need to learn more about Eric. They got to the Glaziers. This is dimming again. Let's see what happens when we get pregnant. A lot. Okay, but 10 entries found. Alright, let's listen to this one. This was June 27th. You're in a red jumpsuit? Orange jumpsuit? No, you're not convicted yet because you're still wearing your ring. Okay.
Yes, I'm fine.
No, this is just some random stuff that she's wearing.
This happens some days. I'm pregnant.
What?
It's morning sickness.
What? Hold on. Hold on a second. That was days before she got convicted. I need to know more.
No. Well, yes. He found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
So many questions.
It's Rapunzel.
Okay.
The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. But she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
She's looking at a picture, and I want to ask about achievement unlocked, happy ending. That's cute, but she was looking at a picture, and I want to know more about the picture. So I want to use that as a search term later. Let's look at this last video.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
What is going on? All right, so pregnant is done with. Let me cross that out for now. There's so much. There's so much. There's so many holes, like rabbit holes to go into. Let's do the quick ones that I don't think are going to get much of a result. Let's do hospital. 2 new ones with the hospital. Okay. I haven't been saving things to the session. We need to do that.
Ask the hospital.
Excuse me? I'll add you.
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed.
Okay, Glasgow.
Spoken with the hospital.
Glasgow, that's the second time that's been mentioned. We're adding so many things to the sessions, but hospital, let me cross that out. And now let me look for Glasgow. Beautiful. Okay, we get more information now on what happened in Glasgow.
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
Sleep. Oh, the music is changing and getting interesting and creepy. After she said sleep, I'm putting sleep in a giant like cloud bubble right now on my notepad. Oh, this is so cool. Did anything else come out through here? No. Okay. Let's listen to the rest. And then I'm going to search for sleep.
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back.
Maybe payphone. I didn't write payphone down. I didn't think it was interesting, but let's see what else we get from Glasgow.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch.
Watch.
It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste.
Diane.
That time. It must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Alright, so there is more than one thing that I got from there. Hold on. Anniversary gift, Diane who chose it, yeah, but there's anniversary, that's what I wanted. Anniversary. Anniversary. So from that, Simon's watch, Diane. So Simon's watch is something a little more specific when it comes to Simon, because a lot of things pop up when I type in Simon.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
Okay. Okay. All right. So sleep, very important for me, and I put that in a cloud bubble. Simon's watch, anniversary, and Diane. It's the first time we hear about Diane. But before we start going into Diane, I want to see if Simon's watch gives me anything. One new entry for Simon's watch.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we cry. Okay, anyway. So from that, I got Come Back and Stay, the name of that song. So it's nice. What also another thing that I got from this that confirmed for me is that when you type things in like this, like Simon's watch, it does a fuzzy search. So it kind of gives you Simon, anything that defines for Simons, and then also watch. So if I do watch, I should ideally get just those two, maybe. No, I got more. Never mind. Never mind. So let's see what she says about watch here.
He was wearing a shirt, with a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat.
Paddington Bear.
Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
Paddington Bear. New key terms. Also, let me put another underline under Eric. Where are you, Eric? On my like insane. My notepad looked like an insane person scribbles. All right, Eric has 2 stars and 2 underlines. These are search terms that I'm going to look at later. Let's add that to the session. I haven't been doing that too much.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once and I held Eve's head underwater.
What the heck is Eve?
There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach and I held her head under and I kept it out. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her.
What?
And watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
What? Hold on. That's another time that I've heard of Eve. But also, is Eve the other? So, is it Hannah and Eve? Are those the 2 personalities? I think it might be. Maybe she's trying to drown herself. I'm not sure. This is so interesting. Wait, hold on. No, you're getting added to the session, and then let's listen to you.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered.
The baby.
We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone.
Mirror again.
We took him down to the cellar. We knew we
What?
had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later.
What?
We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on, guys? Okay. Holy crap. That was a lot. That gets added for sure. What is happening? Okay. We have to go straight into it. There's so many things, like there's so many keywords that I want to look at. And again, I still have in mind the more/tap code that I've been looking at, or the knock code. Cellar, alibi. Cellar. We have to talk to me about the cellar.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags.
The what?
pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
These are two different people in the same body. 100%. She has no recollection of what she did as Hannah or Eve, whichever one is the one that's talking, has no idea what the other one did. They make like agreements with each other, etc., but they're like blank when the other one's in control. That's what I'm getting right now, or at least that's my suspicion. What the heck, though? This is such a crazy story.
No. The whole thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
Parcel tape. Parcel tape and mushrooms. This gets added. I mean, this needs to get added too. There's no... Okay, there's the music.
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. Only worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't lived in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out.
Blood.
And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So...
I'm getting so much from this. So from there, obviously, you got cleaner, blood, funeral, and cremation. Dude. Oh my goodness. I never expected this to be this interesting. Holy crap. Let's look at cleaner, just to see. Just to like scratch it off from my notepad. Okay, cool. That gets scratched off because that only has one and we've seen that. I have a feeling that blood is going to get a lot. So let's just type in blood. Yep. Wait, she's not there. She's not there in this one. Let's watch this one. It's only 8 seconds for blood.
Okay. I've given blood before. Do you need to take that for your records?
Why is she giving blood? I'm adding this just because it's weird. But why is she giving blood in an interview? Usually you get DNA from saliva. Okay, that's kind of weird, but fine. Let's go to the next one.
Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The blood. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
What a fucking story.
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room.
So Simon's dead.
His throat had been cut.
Cut.
There was a lot of blood. Yeah, he was dead.
What the heck was that noise at the end?
She was sat behind him.
Who's she?
She had my wig on.
A wig.
And she'd been there all day. And she had blood on her.
Heck, man.
And she was in shock.
Holy moly. This is so cool. Before we continue searching, I want to see. Look at all the stuff that we haven't seen yet. And there's a volume missing. Just give me the hard drive. I can search for it. Oh my goodness, this is so freaking cool, dude. Okay, so blood is gonna be crossed off for now. I have funeral, cremation, cutthroat, dead, wig. I think wig is worthwhile because it's a new key piece of information, and we get 5. There's 7 entries. Okay, wig is a good one. Let's see if we can get something else with wig to make it more specific.
A wig? You mean, what type of wig?
Okay, all right.
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig?
Again, she's claiming that she's never worn a wig, but before we just saw that she has worn a wig. She says that the other person was wearing her wig. So that's a clear like demarcation of like you're not lucid when the other person's in control. So she has multiple personalities for sure. I'm adding that just to confirm that she believes that there's no way that she's in control. I don't know. I'm adding that because it's important.
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be
Blonde
anything.
wig. Blonde wig. Blonde
we
wig.
looked at the cat flap.
Blonde wig. It's blonde wig. I need to look at blonde wig.
This
I haven't
other
noticed her
person
tattoos.
Doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
What the heck is a cat flap? I will search for cat flap too. But blonde wig needs to be the other 2 search results that I've missed from here. Let's continue looking at this.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic.
What?
It was hard.
Okay, so that's Eve. Eve is talking right now.
Exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig.
Okay, there we go.
Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, in parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Whoa. All right. I think that's Eve. So Eve is the one that's wearing the wig. And then Hannah was the one that quote unquote didn't know about a wig or whatever. So Eve, wig. Eve and wig. And then Hannah. Something. I don't know. But let's look at after this. Oh, this is so interesting. Let's look at blonde wig. See if anything comes up for blonde. Oh, wait, there's one more. Did I add this? Let's add this.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing, she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's look at blonde wig. Is there anything new for blonde wig? And if is it spelled with an E? One entry. Okay, no, nothing there. Okay. No, nothing. Cool. So let's cross out blonde wig. This is so much more interesting than I initially thought. Let's look at Eve wig. No. What about Eve? We searched for Eve before, right? No. Okay, wait, there's some new stuff with Eve. Interesting. All right, so crossing out Eve.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it.
Okay, that's Hannah talking right now.
Really hate her sometimes.
Okay, that's definitely Hannah talking right now. So it's Hannah and Eve. It's a story between Hannah and Eve. One of them murdered Simon.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off, I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
So she started off as an imaginary friend and then became your other personality, your alter ego, or an alias of sorts. Maybe you don't have a personality disorder and it's just another alias that you take when you're committing crimes. I don't know.
My mother called me Eve.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I kind of am that I want to play this forever and see where this goes. Every part of like my investigative mind is like, I need to know everything. I need to find all of the clues. So right now, Portsmouth really jumps out to me. So I'm gonna look at Portsmouth. I wish I could do more with like the actual desktop and stuff, like look at all the secret files, but it's just doing it by search terms, which I understand you need to do that. But let's see. Portsmouth. Is that really just that one? Okay, fine. So Portsmouth goes away. I thought that was an important search term. The taxi was mentioned a couple of times too. I will look for that soon, but let's look at Mother. Yeah, we get several things for Mother.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window.
Picture.
She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
I need to look for picture after this, or photo. That's the second or third time that this is kind of sort of mentioned, like in passing, just on like what she's doing. She's looking at a photo, but we'll deal with that later. Let's see what this is.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah.
That's another name.
Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana.
Sarah and Ava.
He wanted to have a symmetrical name.
That was very important. Sarah and Ava. Another version of, let's say, Okay.
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story?
Yes.
It's a real life fairy tale.
There we go again. With the fairy tale. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. There's so much I want to search for. Okay. Let's do it for this one. I had no idea that this would like end up becoming this. The rabbit hole would go this deep, essentially. No clue. Hopefully everyone's into it because I am totally in. I'm gonna keep uploading until I find the end of this or whatever it is that I think the end of it is. But again, this doesn't follow any sort of kind of schedule. So if you liked it, make sure you leave a like on this video. Comment if you like. Tell me what you think. Who did what? What's going on with her personality? Like what is happening? What are your thoughts? Because I have no idea at the moment. I kind of have an idea. I think that Eve or Hannah killed out of jealousy, killed Simon, and then we're just trying to figure out which one of the two personalities did it. But also still the person itself, like she is guilty because one of them did it. But yeah, there's just so much more I want to know. But yeah, that's besides the point. Subscribe if you want to hang out too. See you in the next one. Bye.